Doesn't that look wonderful? We have our oven roasted asparagus, our Jack Daniel's steak, and our gorgonzola potato pie. These are all things that we put together today. Nothing was that difficult. They're all in between the 2 and the 3 difficulty range out of 5. And this is easily something that you can prepare for your family. And it would help you use up some of the deer meat that you shot last year, so this year you can go out again and go hunting and fill up your freezer and have wonderful new ideas to feed your family.
I'm Scott Boslevich, and I'm bringing this to you today.
You won't believe how great you can cook wild game.
All right, we're gonna make our sauteed venison backstrap steak. What we did was we cut them about 1.5 ounces, 2 ounce medallions. We pounded them out really nice and thin.
Tenderize them a little bit, make them all the same thickness so that they tenderize them a little bit, make them so they're all the same thickness so they cook at the same time. There you go.
What we're going to do is heat up the pan. While that's heating up, we'll cut a little bit of onion. We're going to slice up these green onions to make our sauce. We'll start off with a little bit of olive oil. Just put a little bit in the pan. We don't want too much. We don't want to make it greasy. As that's getting hot, then we're going to sear our steaks. And the oil's getting hot there. We'll sear our steaks. And make sure that we don't overcook them. We want to just sear the outsides. And add a little bit of salt and pepper to them. Here's the pepper. We'll use a little bit of Penzeys seasoned salt. It won't take long. These are nice and thin. I like to do 2 or 3 of these for a meal. We'll just sear them on both sides. Want to get them nice, so they're nice and brown, but not too done. You want to kind of keep them on the medium rare side right now because we're going to add them back in when we're making the sauce. We'll pull them out so they don't overcook. And we'll start making the sauce. We'll add our green onions. We'll add some fresh cut mushrooms. What I like to do is I like to dice them up just a little bit finer so that it's easier to eat. We'll just let that saute for a minute. Alright, now that we got those sauteed, we're going to add a little bit of parsley. Just shake a little bit in. Some oregano. Basil. We'll grab the garlic out. Put just a little bit of garlic in there. Heat that up so the herbs have a chance to release all of their good flavor. And I'll hit it with a little bit of Jack Daniels whiskey. Who doesn't like that? Well, you can really smell it now. I'm going to put a tablespoon of sour cream in. A little squirt of Dijon mustard. A shake of Worcestershire sauce. Stir that around. There, that's coming out nice. What we're going to do is we're going to take the steaks and we're going to put them back in. And that little bit of juice, we'll put that back in there too. We don't want to waste that. And as it's heating the steaks up, we're going to take it off the hot flame and turn it down low. I'll just add a little bit of butter. Finish it off. That butter is going to give it the real rich flavor for the sauce. And there's our Jack Daniel's steaks. It's very quick and simple. You can make this for your friends and family and impress the heck out of them. Alright, well, our steak is resting and our potatoes are cooking. We're going to need a vegetable for this evening. So we'll just flash a little bit of fresh asparagus. And what I do here is I just take it and I put it in a nice little pile. I already rinsed off the dirt. And you want to cut the woody ends off. Save those for your rabbit. I took a sheet pan here. I'm going to just spray it with some Pam. Actually, I use olive oil spray. And put the asparagus down. And we're going to roast it in the oven. I'll spray it with a little more olive oil. Put some of Penzeys famous seasoned salt on it. A little bit of... We'll put a little bit of garlic powder on there. Granulated garlic. And some black pepper. And we'll just pop it in the oven with the potatoes. It'll only take a couple of minutes and it'll be done. In a few minutes we'll be plating our steak with our potato and our asparagus. Now that we've finished our wonderful steak, we need to plate it up for our family and guests. So we'll get out our potatoes. This is that wonderful potato pie that we made earlier today. Put it in there. You know, enough for 4 people there. And we're going to take our steaks, put them across, put our sauce on. Now we're going to take our asparagus out of the oven. Now that it's roasted nicely in the oven. I'm going to put a few pieces of asparagus on. There. Doesn't that look wonderful? We have our oven roasted asparagus, our Jack Daniel's steak, and our gorgonzola potato pie. I'm Scott Boslevich. Today when we prepared our Jack Daniel's steak, I did 1 portion. But if you're doing 5 or 6 portions, you need to saute your steaks in batches. You don't want to overload the pan. You want to make sure that they're in there with a little bit of room between each one, because otherwise when you overload the pan, they'll steam instead of searing. You want a nice sear on there. And then remember to keep them seared on the outside, rare on the middle, because we're going to add them back into the sauce. So just do them in batches and hold them off to the side and you'll be fine.
Become a wild game cooking master by watching our professional chefs show us how to prepare outstanding wild game meals, desserts, and side dishes. Thanks for watching the Wild Things Show, Cooking Wild Game. This is Rich McNutt. Enjoy.